Go back to my channel, Coinceras. Meeting up with all of you is a joy. Since we are going to be discussing XRP, let's settle this first. You must be completely oblivious to my argument if you think this is even slightly plausible. That is to say, the project, the Ripple team, and Brad Garland specifically have all experienced disastrous outcomes. The end is in sight at this point. Just 1/3 of that on a daily basis. That court case was fruitless. Even at its lowest potential, sediment will not pump. Put yourself in their shoes for a second and think that way. I understand now. It seemed like those major announcements were going to be made soon, didn't they? The World Bank and the Egypt Space Agency, when it comes to developing CBDCs, the World Bank, the World Economic Forum, and the BIS are in agreement that RippleNet technology is being utilized. But many still hold the opinion that Brad Garland's house failed. Around X, you'll notice a lot of this sort of utter and total foolishness. According to the numbers, even if you ignore the FUD, we will still end up rich. Such individuals will inevitably become extinct. The source of this is smoke. About 6 days ago, a report outlining new technological developments was published by J.P. Morgan. Traditional financial assets that are tokenized on blockchain-based systems are expected to generate a great deal of interest in 2024. 2024, the largest bank in the world, J.P. Morgan, predicts that a lot of tokenization will happen this year, and the key players will come out in 2024. To rephrase, you will inevitably fall behind if you do not make investments this year. Much has been said about the significance of tokenized deposits. Another aspect of this is the notion that tokenizing bank deposits is the only practical way to digitize traditional financial assets. This is why the idea of tokenizing deposits is so popular. Even the Federal Reserve often considers the notion of putting traditional financial assets on a blockchain. The future of everything is tokenization, and every valued item will soon be tokenized. Any centralized intermediary will be disintermediated, according to Zoe Cruz, a former Ripple board member and co-founder of Morgan Stanley's foreign currency division. For a very long time. Just for a second, consider any international transaction that involves a third party. Through the elimination of middlemen, the goal is to conduct all transactions directly, from banking to monetizing your data and beyond. She says that instead of using intermediaries, content creators will engage in direct communication with their audience. Similar developments are taking place in the music industry as a result of blockchain technology. Thanks to decentralization, we can accomplish all of this. Working with the neighborhood bank could make it a reality. When the time comes, you can establish your own bank and eliminate your bank altogether. After that, she went on to add that, now that the digital age has come, you should try to join it. In addition, be cautious when investing. Why? Reason being, XRP rightfully belongs to you. There is no turning back now that you have chosen the path to financial achievement. Just recently, Sony introduced a cryptocurrency. The tech giant allegedly acquired the Amber cryptocurrency lending office in Japan. Apparently, the Sony Group is now trading bitcoins. They will get back into the sector after acquiring the Bitcoin exchange from Amber Group last year. The fact that major corporations are beginning to invest in cryptocurrencies means that we are drawing near. The Australian Tax Office has introduced new regulations to tackle tax avoidance through cryptocurrency. Residents who have made money from cryptocurrency without revealing it will only hear from the Australian Taxation Office ATO once every tax season due to a new tracking system they adopted this year. The country's tax return deadline is June 30th. Discipline may be implemented in the event that gains go unreported on many occasions. It looks like Australia is only mimicking America's policies. Paying taxes on capital gains is something the US government would also like you to do. This is the place to get all of Eleanor Turret's works. The government has placed significant Bitcoin assets in Coinbase's care. Coinbase is being sued by the government because of its role as a custodian. Coinbase has entrusted the U.S. Marshal's Office, a division of the Justice Department that handles asset forfeiture, with the custody of its large-cap digital assets, as I had already mentioned to you. This is just amazing, it defies belief. While some governments try to regulate Bitcoin, criminals are attacking our cryptocurrency exchanges with Bitcoin. It has me baffled, too. Things are proceeding according to plan, though. The cryptocurrency industry is entering a new century with the approval of this bill. Senator Warren, on the other hand, said that criminals were using Bitcoin. It all makes sense now. Powerful interests and financial institutions are directing her actions. I finally get it. Citigroup was chosen as a laundering destination by drug traffickers due to its favorable reputation and lack of strict fraud processes. An official at the highest level of the administration has stated that there is extensive fraud surrounding the US currency. Criminals are spending US dollars everywhere, not just in the crypto sector, unlike what they would have you believe. This will allow them to carry on with their crackdown on Bitcoin. The story of that, too, will soon conclude. Sue: the case of Silvergate Bank involved securities fraud. Now FTX was associated with Silvergate. So, a California-based lender named Silvergate Capital is facing allegations of securities fraud as a result of a case filed by the US SEC. The fact that Silvergate-affiliated cryptocurrency exchange FTX went insolvent is relevant in that context. That it has taken this long is surprising to me. Your support in the form of a subscription and views on my channel is greatly appreciated. Later on, we shall meet again.